Welcome, my beautiful magical beings, to a witch's cottage. Step gently into this sacred space where whispers of magic drift through lace, where candles glow and secrets bloom, and the tarot speaks from shadowed rooms. I'm honored you've wandered to this place. Your presence here is a cherished grace. Take what resonates, let the rest fall like leaves. Trust the truth your spirit receives. If you feel the stir of kindred flame, like, share, and subscribe to bless this name. Let our cottage grow with every light, a beacon in the mystic night. Now I call with heart wide open, angels, guides, and keepers golden, interdimensional beings of love and might, elementals dancing in the moonlight. Ascended masters from realms above, join us now with truth and love. Breathe deep. The reading now begins. Hello there, Aquarius. Welcome to my channel. This is a witch's cottage. Thank you so much for being here today. Today is going to be a reading for you. This is going to be timeless, and it's going to be for the next 7 days. So whenever you come across it, that is when you're meant to hear these messages. What we're going to get you today is what is hidden in the next 7 days, what might be hidden from you, yes or no from Mrs. Pendulum here. We're also going to get you some affirmations and some oracle, okay? And if we need any clarification, we'll get those throughout the reading. So let's go ahead and get started. So I have pre-shuffled and pulled your oracles, and then we'll go ahead and get into the juiciness, as one of my readers says, of the tarot of each day as soon as we're done with oracle. So let's see here. The first card you got was the fortune teller, and we got a hidden talent will soon be discovered. Nurture it. Ooh, very nice. You have a hidden talent. That is beautiful. And then looks like you got 3 spirit animal cards. So the first spirit animal card you got was the bear, strength. The bear symbolizes a strong source of support in times of difficulty and adversity. It may be time for you to stand for your beliefs or your truth. With strength and confidence, you are free to roam at will and follow your path. Very nice. Interesting. I love it. Next, you got forgiveness, the elephant. If you are feeling angry about a past issue, the elephant is asking you to discover the more vulnerable feelings behind that anger. You are being asked to forgive and be gentle with others. Oh, very nice. It's very, very sweet. And then we have panda, boundaries. Your space is sacred. Guests who overstay their welcome impact your aura, and you have every right to stand your ground. Your needs are important. You must nurture your soul with the same gentle love and support you offer to others. So this is really nice. What I'm seeing here is like I'm like kind of a little bit of a theme of like standing your ground, and that's what we're getting over here too. Like making sure you stick up for yourself, stand your ground, Aquarius. There could be someone in your energy that might be a bully, like a 5 of Swords or something. But we'll get more of that for you in a minute here. We also got brown bear spirit, take time out, number 9. Beautiful brown bear. And you got another bear. Ooh, so 2 bears, so synchronistic, and a panda bear. Like, you guys must love bears or something. Maybe bears are your spirit animal and you didn't even know it, Aquarius. But the bear symbolizes a strong source of support at times of difficulty and adversity. And right here, there's the strength. And then right here, take time out. Beautiful. And then here it was like your space is sacred. So guys, you do have this, your spirit animal, I'm feeling very strongly, is a bear. So some of you, if you are seeing bears, and you might notice that you start seeing them after this reading, and that's okay if you do. That is just, you know, your spirit animal speaking out to you, saying, I'm here for you, and, you know, take my advice that I'm giving you. So that's really, really, really nice. And then we have some mini oracles. Now these, please take them as they resonate, because sometimes they say really funny stuff, but only as they resonate, okay? So the first one is wreath, completeness. Proposal, marriage, and happiness is expected. Events outside of your control will change your life. Beautiful. So this is like a tower moment as well. So there is something that's might be happening in the next 7 days, which gives you this completeness that you've been waiting for. Very nice. And then you also have house and comfort. A physical structure to emotional well-being and a state of mind journey towards self-discovery. Very interesting. So some of you might be on a self-discovery journey. You might be feeling like there's answers that you don't have that are not coming to you. And you're wondering like, I need to get down to the bottom of this. So that's like part of like, you know, dealing with any kind of shadow work or maybe things. And shadow work, you know, you can Google it, but it's like what we hide, you know, some of the things that we might have issues with that we don't tell anyone else about. Some things that might trigger us that we don't tell anyone else about is kind of the way I look at shadow work. You know, kind of a dark night of the soul. I did go through one recently and it took like a whole year. I know that sounds super crazy and the year just really flew by, but all the things that were like being shown to me by my spirit guides and my spirit animals and my angels were really, really enlightening. It was crazy. So some of you might feel like you're going through that. And the best thing to do would be to embrace it, to wear some beautiful stones that kind of help you go through your shadow work. And I, you know, again, I would Google the celestial stones or the crystals that help get through shadow work. I know that Moldavite is huge, but it'll bring up shadow work like that. But it's also kind of jarring when you have, and I did work with Moldavite at the level that I'm at in regards to ascension and in spiritual power. It was okay for me to work with Moldavite, but it's very, very strong. Some people cannot handle having Moldavite handling it or kind of keeping it on their person because it actually sometimes causes headaches, or, you know, things are very extreme. You're hitting some major emotional hits, when you are carrying and working with Moldavite. So you may want to get a more like calm, loving stone, maybe like some rose quartz to bring that out. Also some celestite that kind of helps you connect with your angels to kind of take you through if some of you are going through a dark night of the soul. So just FYI there. Yeah, so I don't know who that was meant for, but if you are, guys, it's going to be okay. One thing I can tell you is at the end of my Dark Night of the Soul, I knew it. I knew that I was getting near the end. It was kind of crazy because it was coming up on that year, which I didn't expect it to be a year. I was just kind of processing each thing that came up. If something comes up, best thing to do would be to think about it, process it, try to get through it. You know, maybe it's some old wounds, some old anger, something that might have been going on that we have not, or you have not addressed yet, which there were several things I had to address in my dark night, but I got through them though, and it gave me much more clarity, and now I'm in a different space because of it. So if you are ready to go through and get your shadow work done, I'd get some Moldavite, but please be aware, if you have not ascended and evolved your spiritual side, I would definitely try to do that first to make sure you have full support before you start that shadow work, okay, guys? Because you really need your angel support when you're there doing this, okay? So sorry, just wanted to let someone know that was meant for someone. You also got light upon uncertain path. You got the candle and illumination. Something in your life needs handling. So interesting. This is also possible. This could be a situation that you might need to deal with that you're like, I don't want to deal with that person right now. I don't want to deal with that, you know? Or it could also be, again, some shadow work. That's very interesting. And you also got the moon and mystery, good news, fortune, and romance, public recognition, and honor. This is like the 6 of Wands to me. And the moon is mystery, so something that you don't see coming, but it is going to be good news and romance. So you do have a little mystery in your life, and I would embrace it. It's not bad, but you know, it's always good to have fun surprises, right? And then let's get you your affirmations. So your first affirmation, and you got 4. I only set goals that matter. Oh, very nice. And then I will not compare myself to others. Oh, that's a good one. I am calm, patient, and in control of my emotions. Very nice. And you can say these every day. Every day is filled with new ideas and new possibilities. Oh, and you got a fifth one. I didn't see that. Okay. And then your fifth one is difficult roads often lead to beautiful destinations. Oh, that's really nice. See, I really feel that like some of you guys might already be going through a dark night of the soul, or you're dealing with some kind of relationship, or someone is like, might be having their like midlife crisis, and you're kind of right in the middle of that, and you're like, whoa. So yeah, I'm hearing that for you, but hang in there, Aquarius. I'm really sorry if that is something you are going through. This is what is hidden from you, what you don't see coming. This opportunity will constantly push you to compromise your boundaries. Maintain and respect your limits to protect your well-being while also being an example of strength. Whoa. Whoa, you guys, that's crazy. So you got the bear, which is strength. You also got the panda, which is boundaries. And you got here, boundaries and strength. Can't make this up, you guys. This is meant for someone to hear. This is so beautiful, Aquarius. Let's read this again. This is what's hidden from you. It might be something that you're trying to put your finger on, and this is your angels giving it to you. Boundaries. This opportunity will constantly push you to compromise your boundaries. Maintain and respect your limits to protect your well-being and also being an example of strength. So well-being, which is right here, take time out. So 3 things already are resonating with this what's hidden card. So this is definitely a message for you, Aquarius, that is beautiful. I absolutely love it. I'm going to just move the camera just a smidge so I can get all the cards in here. All right, guys, sorry about that. Okay, I'm going to put this over here. Oh, that one's not going to be in there. Right there, right there. So beautiful. And our boundaries card here. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and get you, Aquarius. I have already shuffled your cards. We're going to get you a card for each day in the next 7 days. And this is your advice from Spirit, your advice from the Divine. This is them really bringing in messages for you that's important for you to pay attention to. Okay, and please remember, take what resonates. What does not resonate, you let it go. Because this is a general reading for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Ascendant, or rising sign. Ascendant and rising are the same thing. But if you guys do want a personal reading, all my information is down below in the description box. Okay. All right. Can I please have, I'm going to be pulling from the right. Thank you, angels, for Aquarius. Can I have a card for day 1? You got the 7 of Coins. So you're going to be like, you know, looking at your harvest. You've planted some seeds. This could be with your job. This could be, to me, it's more job, but it could also be, you know, because take it as it resonates, like some kind of like project, or maybe you've been applying different places, trying to get a job or trying to get on somewhere. And this is a card of looking at what you've planted and being patient and hanging in there, knowing that it is coming. So he's planting his seed there, but it's really important that you don't dig up the seed again. You plant it and then you let it go. Keep planting more. And one of these is going to sprout for you, and that's the one that you'll be able to take advantage of. So it's really important that if you have planted seeds with jobs, people, situations, you know, maybe you're asking for a raise or something, I'm hearing, or change in position, or maybe to move somewhere, transfer somewhere. You've planted the seeds. Know that it's going to be okay. You might even be thinking to yourself, like, is this even worth it? Like, I don't even feel that this is worth it to me, right? So it you know, but that is a good question. You know, is something that you've been staying and hanging there, trying to have that like, what's the word, like perseverance for? Is it worth it? So that's can only be up to you. Each person makes different decisions in their life, but that is something that only you will know. And if you don't know it, I would ask your guides. Okay, let's keep going. You got the 10 of Wands, perseverance. Wow, yes, you're almost there. So this is feeling like the whole world is on your shoulders, feeling like, is this ever going to end? Am I ever going to get to my goal right here? And that's what you've been feeling. This is day 2. You might have that feeling on day 2. Am I going to reach my goal? Is it going to happen for me? I don't know. And this card tells you that your castle is right here. You're almost there. You just got to go up and around the bend and you're there. So you're just about there. And that is what your guides want you to know. That feeling that you get where you might be feeling overwhelmed. You might be feeling like you're the only one working, or you're the only one doing work at your job and no one else is doing it. Something like that. But hang in there is a message from the divine, okay? Because your blessings are on the way. You have the 8 of Swords. This is a card of self-restriction, feeling like you can't do nothing, or you're helpless in a situation. However, you are not helpless. The divine wants you to know you are not helpless, Aquarius. This is a rough one here. So these are pretty heavy duty cards, like the 10 of Wands and the 8 of Swords. The 8 of Swords is like someone in a situation where they can get out of the situation, but they're choosing to stay. This could be a relationship, a job, a situationship, something where you can move on. Like she can easily, take the things off of her, the ties that bind her, and then take her mask off and go. Also, swords are thoughts as well, like in that thought communication round. And there might be like a situation where, so to me, the wands are like work and really really heavy things, like things on your mind about work. The swords are more like communications or thoughts, and they're air energy. So those thoughts that are coming at you, and you're feeling like this could have been someone else telling you negative things about yourself, or you telling yourself negative things, and it's really important that you understand, sweetheart, that you're going to be okay. And these thoughts or these things that were told to you, they're just words. Okay, I'm hearing that one of you has had someone really verbally berate you, a barrage of verbal insults, where you're nothing, or the job you have sucks and you don't make enough money, or you're not good in bed, and there's all kinds of different things that people can say to one another. And words hurt, okay? They don't break your bones, but they break your heart. They break your heart. And then when you are alone, or you're not even thinking about it, sometimes they pop back in your head and you're like, whoa, wait, what? Like, or you might be like, split up from that person who, or, distancing yourself from the person who actually really came at you and really, gave you all those thoughts to, you finally got over it. You think you're good. You try to start getting into like a new situation or something, right? And then all of a sudden, those thoughts of what those words that they said to you start popping back in your head. And you're like, wait a minute. No, I do have a decent job. Wait a minute. No. And you're like arguing with yourself there, like, I don't think I'm like that. I don't think that I'm uncaring and selfish, and it was only because that other person wanted something for themselves so bad that they wanted to beat you up about it. They didn't want to get it themselves. They wanted you to get it for them. And so they beat you up about it, made you feel like you were good for nothing, because they, because they wanted to make you feel bad, and you get that for them, but you were trying so hard to get that for them. And, and then these thoughts are like, so then it kind of keeps you in this like spindle of like this circular thing where you keep repeating like, oh no, I gotta hurry up and do this for my person I love, because I gotta hold all the wands here. I gotta make all the money here for this person I love, because they told me that if I don't do that, I'm good for nothing, and I'm not worth it, and I'm not worth being with. And I mean, guys, there's so many things that all of us have been through in our lives that we could be hearing. And again, if this resonates, take it. If it doesn't, please disregard it, because this is a general reading for Aquarius. However, those of you who it resonates with, please let me know. I totally get it. Okay, I totally get it. I feel like a lot of things in my life I've had to go through in order to be able to help others get through what they're going through, because I have been through a lot of things. So, anywho, that's what that is. And the divine wants you to know that you are loved, okay? You are so, so loved. You're more powerful than you think. You have power inside of you, okay? Oh, wow, I just realized this. If you are feeling angry about a past issue, discover the feelings behind that anger. You're being asked to forgive others. So what's happening right here is you get mad, and then it kind of makes you feel like, oh, I'm so mad. So anger, guys, psychologically, anger comes from pain. Okay? You get hurt about something and you get angry about it. Okay, and I'm sure there's a better way to explain it. I am not a psychologist. However, when I get angry about something, I try to get to the bottom of it. Why am I angry about this? Oh, well, it was because someone did that to me and that hurt my feelings, and now I'm mad about it. My reaction to them hurting my feelings is getting angry. But the divine wants you to be free. So this is causing you these feelings, and this cycle is because you have not, again, please take it as it resonates. You may have not forgiven someone. Now, just because we forgive, guys, does not mean that we need to go back and let them just stomp all over us, okay? Forgiving is just releasing yourself. And it's not a selfish act. And I've heard someone say that, well, oh, just, I hate when I hear people saying that they're forgiving to free themselves. That's so selfish. I'm like, what? No, I absolutely disagree with that, okay? Forgive because you're being a good person, okay? You're trying to pull any kind of goodness out of yourself, saying, okay, I really want to be pissed and I really want to be angry and I really want to just go, punch some walls or something, but you're like, no, I got to go within. And that's stronger than anything. People who can go within, it's a huge sign of strength. Huge. It's a flex. I'm telling you, man, it's huge. If you can go within and be like, hey, I'm going to be the bigger person here and I'm going to forgive. I'm not going to forget, but I'm going to forgive, let that person go, put that out into the ether. You don't need to go back and tell them I forgive you. You don't need to talk to them, especially if you're in no contact. And also, if you say something like, oh, I forgive you, then they might come at you even harder. So you don't need to do that. All you need to do is put it into the ether. And what I used to do is I used to light a white candle. And I used to write down a letter. I forgive you, so-and-so, for all the bad things you've done to me. This, and this. Like, you can repeat it. You can write it down. Or you can just say it into the ether. I forgive you for this, and this. From this point forward, you're forgiven. I want to send you love and light. I don't want to think about it anymore. I'm done. That's it. Okay? You can let your little white candle burn out. Once it's burnt out, it releases that into the ether. It's magic, and it goes away. You'll start feeling lighter and better and less restricted. And then, when that comes back at you, you practice saying, nope. I forgave them. I let it go. What they're saying is incorrect. I do not accept that. I claim my freedom. And you're going to move forward and you're going to have so much freedom. Okay, so wow. I'm sorry, guys. This is such a heavy reading, but this is information that someone needs to hear. And I just, out of love, I want to tell you these things because I know, okay? Let's get you day 4. The Devil. Wow. Wow. Okay. Beautiful card. So there might be something, this could be repetitive thoughts, a habit of going back to a person, going back to thoughts, going back to something that is not really good for you, but you keep going back to it. This could be a situationship. This could be someone who, again, might be this beast that yells at you and you're like, no, I'm okay, something like that. Someone with that kind of energy, and you just keep going back to it. So this is something that will be a temptation for you on day 4, for you to not be forgiving and let go back. When they're like, oh, I need you to come over here. I need companionship. I need to be with you. I need to be with someone. Come be with me. Come put me to sleep. Meet me at 2:30 in the morning. That kind of stuff, right? So, no, this is something that you can get through. You can overcome it. You have the strength. But this is going to be a temptation. This could be a temptation of a habit that you already broke. This could be a temptation of thoughts that you go back to. This could be a temptation of a person that is like, you cannot say no to them, even though it's because you're just so attracted to them, but they're just toxic and poison. But for the moment, you're like, meh. I could put up with that for just a minute. We all do that, guys. So that is something that is going to be in your energy. So please do your best. Please, to try to fight that temptation. Okay, ask your angels for help. You also got the moon. There is something. These could be hidden enemies, but there is something that's a mystery that's hidden. So in your situation, there's not everything is being seen. Okay, something is hidden. Okay, so this could be your boundaries here. That there's going to be a situation that's pushing you to compromise your boundaries. That you need to just like respect your own limits so that you can be strong, right? So this moon, I will get some clarification for that moon. We'll go back to that. That is going to be number 5, day number 7, or 6, I'm sorry. You got the Tower. There's going to be a truth or something that you're going to find out about, possibly, you know, that's hidden from you, but it's going to be something that is not what you expected. Something unexpected is going to happen on this day. To me, it might be someone that's watching you that you didn't know was watching you. It might be a situation where it's like a job or a house or a relationship or a friendship or some kind of situation where you thought this was like strong, right? But you're gonna realize there's cracks in it and it's not as strong as you thought. But some of you may be wanting this Tower moment, or expecting it, or some of you might not expect it. But with this reading, it's telling you to you can expect something. You know, just be aware. And Tower moments are usually moments that will let us know that we're gonna think that the divine is coming in and moving things around on your behalf. It might be a little shocking. It might be a little bit like, whoa, heavy, but it's saying that you're going to get a brand new start to something, get to build a brand new foundation to something. So it is the crumbling of a foundation that you thought was strong, again, metaphorical, and you're going to get the chance to heal and build up your, you know, your beautifulness, Aquarius, all the beautifulness that you have coming. So I absolutely love that for you. And then, last but not least, very nice, you got the Page of Cups. So then you'll get a message after this Tower moment. You're going to get a message of love, happiness, kindness. It's going to be a really, really good emotional message for you. Something that's going to just spark your heart. See the little spark she has right there. It's also going to give you thoughts of like happiness. So there's sparks in her head, sparks in her, you know, in her chest. And that is just a little spark of like love and happiness and peace, and a good emotional message is coming your way, okay, on this day. This could also be a person coming in to give you hugs and tell you this is okay because you're going to get to move forward. You're going to be okay, you know, and that is beautiful. I love that for you. And then bottom of the deck, the energy is the 7 of Cups. Yeah, okay, so this is telling you that this whole next 7 days is going to be, you're going to have a lot of options, okay? A lot of options. So sometimes we wonder, you know, if me and this person break up, you know, will anyone else want to be with me? Will I have options like I used to have? Some of you might be at a certain time or age in your life. You're like, oh man, I don't really want to deal with that right now. I don't want to go back and try and start all over. So I'm just going to stay with this person, even though they are bad to me or even though they're putting me through heck. I'm just going to stay because I don't want to deal with it. But you have options. Next week, okay, you're going to get a glimpse that, hey, I have a lot of options. I don't need to stay with someone, or I don't need to stick in indecision. I can actually make a choice. And you have at least seven options. This could be people. This could be places to work. This could be places to live. I mean, you know, options, the definition of options is endless depending on who is watching this reading. However, it is going to be timeless, so whenever you come across it, but those are options. So with those options that you have, you're going to have the opportunity to make some kind of choice. I would ask your angels for help on making the choice that you might have to make next week, and they'll help you because they really want the best for you. They will never ever steer you wrong. They will never ever judge you. You do not have to feel judged because, you know, you secretly have a crush on someone, and, you know, and you're fighting with yourself about it. But, you know, like, they're not going to judge you. They're just going to be there for you. And if you ask them for your help, they will come in and help you. I would also recommend a Reiki session. There are some free Reiki sessions on YouTube. I have some down below, a couple that you can take a look at. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get you clarification for this moon card. Okay, for the moon. Can we pull from the right? Thank you. Wow, amazing, amazing. This card fell out. I put it back in the deck. I kid you not. Here it is again. You have two paths. So what is, look at how interesting. There's two pillars here, two pillars, two big rocks there, and then two pillars here. So it's very important. There's going to be a path. There's going to be two paths. Neither of the paths are bad. But you're going to have maybe a choice to make in an action that you need to take. And you're going to have to make that choice. It's going to be presented to you kind of in a shocking way. You're like, what? Wait, what? So that's what I'm seeing with this tower right next to that. You're going to be presented with this opportunity to make a decision going forward. And it's going to be a path that you're going to take. So you can go this way or this way. That's what's hidden from you. You don't know that you actually have options, but it's going to come up and you're going to see those options. And then you're going to be able to make your decision. You have the 5 of Cups. You might be nervous about what if I regret my decision that I make. You might also be looking at what you've lost before. And if you're going to lose something else if you make a decision again. But the divine wants you to know that you still have beautiful things in your present, in your current, and in your future. But you have to let the past go, okay? This is letting the past go. Don't think about the past. Think about now and the future when you're making that decision. You have the 3 of Wands. Be strategic about it. Think about where you want to end up. And that might help you also make your decision, okay? Nice. You also have a beautiful Page of Cups. So there might be also an offer of partnership or love or friendship that someone might be coming in on this day to help you with that decision. And if that is the case and you get that message that you're not alone, which you are not, the divine wants you to know that is just another synchronicity, another confirmation from the divine telling you you're not alone. You're okay to make this. Think strategically. Think of how you want things to turn out. That'll help you make your decision. You're stronger than you think. You can set your boundaries, okay? You can forgive, let go, so you can be strong. Guys, you do have comfort and you have physical structure, well-being, marriage proposal, which could be this, happiness, expected. You also got mystery and also good news, good fortune and romance. Those are all in your oracles over here. So you got a lot of good things, okay? So I hope that was explanatory enough for you guys. Let's go ahead, and I'm sorry if I went long, guys. If you're still with me, please send your yes or no question to Mrs. Pendulum so we can get you the answer that you're looking for. All right, yes or no. Yes or no to Mrs. Pendulum, please. Can we have a yes or no for Aquarius, please, and thank you? Yes or no for Aquarius. This is for the collective. It's not going to yes. It's recircling again. When it does that, when she does that, she's moving around because she's changing. Yep, it was going yes, and now it's no. It's a definite no. Okay, 100% no. So I hope that is a good no. If that does not resonate with you, then please do not claim it. Only claim it if it resonates. Okay, guys? Again, if you want a private personal reading, my information is down below. So, guys, I know this was a really heavy week, and we do go through those heavy weeks, but please know the divine is here for you. Your angels are here for you. You're not alone. I want to send you love because I love each and every one of you, and I just want you to know that you are blessed. You have good things coming. Re-listen to the beginning of this reading because they have all positive things here. Not too negative, but just a lot of big things going on. You're going to have a really busy week, okay? So I just want to send you love, peace, positivity, light, and blessings, okay? My blessings are, I'm wishing them to you, are upon you. So mote it be. Bye-bye.